Hi guys, welcome back. I really appreciate your patience for my, I wouldn't say extended absence because okay, well, just thank you very much. I have this today, something that I made a while ago and wanted to show you how I made it. It's just a little booklet that could be quick and easy. And so I wanted to show you how I threw this together. So in making this, I have these giant flashcards that I got at the thrift store. And so that's what we're going to create this out of. All I did was cover front and back of the flashcards and then inked around them. I inked around them before also. I'm not sure why, but I did. So if you have flash cards at home, you can cover them with, anything. I am using Amy at Crafty Cat. I'm using her old paper, volume 2, I think it is. And when you're, I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes the lines come through. I can see that on, like, in person. So if that bugs you, you could use cardstock. It'll be a little more difficult to cut through, but it will be fine. And that is what I used. I think this one here, I printed on cardstock on this side. So you could use that too. If you're having a hard time choosing which side you want or what like decoration you want front and center, if you hold it up to the light, you'll be able to see through the paper. So what I did was just trace around it, cut it out in a bigger format than the flashcard, and then just glued it on with my glue stick. So I hope you've all been well. I appreciate you being all right with my little leave of absence. I'm okay. Lots of therapy still to come, but I know I'll get through it. Okay, so we just, now you could have done this with the paper also, just with the glue stick. That would have been fine too. And if you prefer a different glue, go ahead and use that too. Give a little pressure. And then I just let it dry and then cut it out and then do the other side. So that was kind of my process. And this is going to be probably external for this one. And so we'll go ahead and put that one aside. And I'll show you how we make the hinge. The hinge is made out of file folder. And all I did was cut out a, sorry, that's 2 inches wide. Pull it up here. Can you see this? Yes, okay. I just went like that and then drew a line. Really simple. You could pre-measure and this size with a ruler and cut it out on your trimmer if you'd like. So we're going to bring out our words. Scoreboard, thank you. And we are going to want, so for these books, I did a 1/4 inch spine and just bound into that. So I just found the middle and then did a 1/4 inch on each side. So go 1 inch in, and we've got scoring at the 1 and the 1 1/4. Of course, you can make the spine wider if you'd like. You don't have to do the small 1/4 of an inch. We're only going to bind like 6 pieces. So, or 6 pieces of paper, rather. So, a quick or short 1/4 of an inch is going to be perfect for this. So this one's Christmas, and the way that I got the curves to match was just putting it up here, lining the edge up, and then tracing around this to get the curved edge. Doing the same on the back. This way. I tried using a corner rounder on this, and I didn't like the way it looked. I felt, and this is just my personal preference, that taking off a sliver up here and then curving the edge, following this line, was what I felt like I wanted to do. And so you just do it the way your gut or your crafty muse or whatever tells you to do. And yeah, I just cut straight across that spine. Oh, that one's not very good. Okay, and then you can also ink it. I did. Some pretty heavy inking on these other ones, which I won't do on camera, but just a tiny bit is good too. Again, if you don't like inking, don't worry about it. I didn't want that extra spine to be poking up though. And so, and now we're just gonna glue that on here with our glitter glue. Only because I recently, we're gonna need to cut off a little more, did my nails, and I don't want to run the risk of the Fabri-Tac taking off my manicure. Art glitter glue is harder to use because once it's stuck, it's stuck. You have to rip it off the paper if you don't like where the placement is. So it is harder to use in that aspect. If you tend to make mistakes like I do, I find it just a little bit more difficult to use. But we're going to save my nails and go ahead and use this. Bring it in just any way that you can see. Okay, that's good. It's lined up right there. And then we're going to go ahead and take this and just scrape it. Make sure that's down fully. Okay, this is the, oh, this paper is antique papery. I'm not sure which kit. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do this side. And I'm sure you can see exactly where this is going. It's just making a tiny journal. Oh, okay. That way. Yeah, a tiny journal out of flashcards, basically. Stand it up. Wow. That was actually pretty even that time. Okay. You can also ink this inside or cover it. Both options are up to you, but I did let them kind of cure before I moved on to the next step. So for that, we've got this one. This paper covering here is Medieval Mirage on the outside, and this is Roxy Creations and Crafty Cat on the inside. So yeah, here we have one cured, and you can see I did do the darker inking. For the inside here, to cover up this internal spine portion, I just cut out some decorative paper that I liked and just glued it down on either side. I did ink around the edges. This little pocket here on the side is Gail Agostinelli's, one of her embroidery printables, and I just quartered it, inked it around in the corner, and used it as a pocket. So now we're going to bind our book. I've got 6 or 7 pieces of paper, all different kinds. You guys know the kind of paper that I like to have in my journals. It's a mix of coffee dyed and ledger and vintage ledger, and then just like the faux old looking papers. And we're going to take our screw punch and we're going to take the book we punch into. This is pink and turquoise, which I don't have those colors for binding thread. So we'll use this beige binding. It's wax linen thread. And we'll just go ahead and grab out. I like to use this needle. It is, oh, excuse my head. This one is super blunt, so it's not going to poke anything. Okay. Go ahead and clean up a little bit, get these out of our way. So we take off 3 lengths of the book. We take off 3 of the binding thread. Put that there. We're going to take our pages, make sure they're right side up. Pull them in the center. You won't really notice this edge once it's bound. I think, okay, we're going to do this in 2 separate punches. Sorry. Okay, so we can eyeball it. I was looking for my centering ruler, which is right in front of me, but we can also eyeball it. Just all 3. And then we'll punch the holes in the signature first and then remark it for the spine. And this is just pretty much the way I bind everything, unless it's a multi-signature journal. Okay. And then watch yourself. That's very pokey and that hurts. Okay. There's this, and now we're gonna just hold it up to here, center it, and make a little mark in the spine, right through the holes. And centering it is difficult on the spine, so just making the marks and then bringing them in closer. Can't find that one. Ooh. That's the top. I guess you can peek from the back also. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the pencil mark or not. Okay, and then now we'll punch these out. It's basically punch and then poke, and then punch and then poke. So I really hope that you're all doing well. I'm doing all right. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and thread up. And then Pull the book in. And this is just the standard 3-hole pamphlet stitch. There we go. Okay, pull through, hold that cord up through the top. There we go. Pull it tight, loop it under. And you don't, I mean, this is just a few pieces of paper. You could make the spine bigger and put in more pages. I just wanted this to be for quick notes. Okay. And a bow, which is cute. Take off the extra binding, or the extra thread. Okay, close it, and then push down the papers. Oh, there we go. Just makes them sit a little bit flatter. Okay. I think I might have this shadow all winter long. I don't have a secondary light in my craft room. I have just the main light. So you'll have to excuse that. Hopefully. Okay. And now for decorating. So you can decorate them any way you want. I like the look of this, and so I wanted to copy it. And so I pulled out a piece of vintage lace that was gifted to me. And then we've got just some music that's been inked around. This is new lace, but I like the crochet look. And then these ladies, I wanted to also color in the flowers on their hats. And for that, I just used Oxide. And so we're going to go ahead and do that really quick. And if you get over too far, it's actually pretty easy to wipe it off. So just a little bit of purple. We'll clean those off later. Yeah, I just got these at the dollar store. A little bit of blue on her hat. So cute. Okay. So I think that's totally worth it. I love having that little bit of color up there. And for this, we are, again, going to use the art glitter glue. Art glitter glue does glue down fabric. So we're just going to do this individually. I'm going to not glue the very edge. And of course, if you feel more comfortable using Fabri-Tac, use that. With everything coming up for Thanksgiving, I really don't want to have to sit down and repaint my nails. Okay, center this. I am getting glue on me, but that's fine. Okay, pull that taut. There we go. Okay, so the center isn't glued either, but this might help that. There we go. Okay. Okay, place that right there. awesome. And then for these, you're really only gonna hit the bottom of these ladies with the glue. You could totally raise them up if you wanted and use just some like foam tape back there. I didn't feel like we needed to do that. Just get that glue on them. They're sitting on the lace. I love that. Okay, and so that's it. You can decorate the inside and the outside as you like. All I did was put that little pocket in there and stuck in a journaling card and a little tag. And these would make really cute gifts. And that's what I plan to do with them. Okay, so there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. I will see you soon. Thanks so much for if you like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.